Hello, let's jump right into it. It seems like something interesting did in fact happen while I was gone. Remember how when I made a video talking about the differences between superhero movies in real life, I said there were no supervillains in real life? Well, it seems I may have spoken too soon. My bad. There have been some reports of this guy doing, well, wreaking some havoc on the city. He's calling himself Dark Gull, which is an interesting name choice in my opinion, though I guess I can't really pass judgment with Margot Veda in the other room. Somehow, names in comics and movies manage to not be ridiculous, though maybe that's because they're all supposed to sound kind of gimmicky. Or maybe comics just have better writers than reality. Anyway, Dark Gull seems like the real deal. Costumes, powers, and all. Apparently he can not exactly fly, but close. He can jump like crazy, and gravity doesn't apply like it should. And he can shoot out these black bolts of energy, which are serious bad news. There are pictures online of the damage he did in that bank, and it is not pretty. But yeah, he robbed a bank in the middle of the day on Sunday, and then on Tuesday he was supposedly just leaping around Times Square, shooting out bolts at cabs and tourists, and just yelling stuff about how the system was about to collapse and a new order was going to begin. Lacey got there just as the cops were showing up, and apparently he just stared at her for a minute, and then, as she puts it, bounced away. He got away from the police somehow, and then he was gone. I couldn't make this stuff up. It's been a little weird. I guess it sort of makes sense that Lacey isn't the only person in the world with superpowers, especially since we're not sure where they came from. But that's what we'd kind of gotten used to, and now there's somebody else running around, and he just happens to be evil and insane. When this all blows over, I'll probably be selling my life rights to Marvel or something. But really, we're taking this all quite seriously. We're on high alert and investigating wherever we can. Especially because it seems likely that anything we can find out about where Dark Gull came from might give us some answers about Lacey's powers. A lot of people have been asking about Lacey's powers, and in light of events, she decided it might be an okay idea for me to tell people what we know. First and foremost, what we know isn't a lot. It started out just before last school year, when we were sophomores. This is before we were living together. One day, Lacey was walking on her way to buy groceries, and the next thing she can remember is waking up on the N train pulling into 23rd Street, almost a week later. We don't even have any firm evidence connecting that to her powers, but about a month after that, she started to notice them. The first time, she was just sitting at her desk, like fidgeting and anxious about some school thing, when she notices that some of the stuff on her desk was starting to shake too. For a minute, she thought there was an earthquake or something, but no one else had felt anything. So then she tried to do it again, and after about half an hour, she could just get her pen to move. Then it was a few more weeks before she could really control them, and some more stuff happened in between, and the rest is history. So that's that. I don't know if that's helpful in finding anything out about Dark Gull, but maybe someone out there knows something. I guess we'll see. Other than the emergence of a supervillain, I had a pretty nice spring break, and I hope any of you did as well. I am not a journalist, but I will try to keep you updated as best I can about any new Dark Gull developments in the next week, so stay tuned.